All right, everyone, it is time to buckle up, strap in, because we have what may be a wild day of volatility ahead, not just for the crypto market, but for ADA specifically, because not only are we getting the conclusion of the FOMC meeting and what the direction of monetary policy may look like moving forward, we are also getting the enactment of the Plom hard fork taking place not long after Jerome Powell is set to speak. So we're going to talk about a few things going on here that people need to be aware of, what this may do to ADA price, because I think this hard fork event is a little different than what we've seen in the past. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yesterday was a green day for ADA, then it turned red. We actually saw some interesting things taking place across the market. A lot of game playing. ADA earlier in the day was up around 96, 97 cents. As the day went on, we held pretty close to 94 to 95 cents, looking pretty good. And then once we got later in the afternoon, we saw a price drop. People were freaking out, screaming, right? So I see a lot of that. You know, people always feel the need to come and comment whenever ADA price is dropping, but they get really quiet when ADA price is pumping for whatever reason, right? But then the daily candle closed and we started to pump once again. ADA actually got all the way up to about 95 cents. We're floating around 93 cents right now, just kind of in preparation for today's news. And obviously we have some big things that are in fact happening today. Now understand that a lot of people right now are in fact waiting for the conclusion of today's FOMC meeting. Volume is showing exactly this, down 26% from yesterday, down to $112 billion in daily trading volume. ADA, for example, $722 million. That's again out of the norm of that $1 to $2 billion in daily trading volume. And again, a lot of what this has to do with is people waiting to hear what the sentiment from the Fed is. Are we about to change from, again, quantitative tightening to quantitative easing? That's the big question. So Jerome Powell is set to speak, I believe, about 1:30. It's either 1 or 1:30 Central Standard Time this afternoon. And that's normally about when it happens. And we want to hear something good. We don't want this negative sentiment that Jerome Powell has given in the past. And this may lead to some massive volatility in the market. It's a lot of energy that's building up to this moment that we know is not going to lead to an interest rate decrease, but it may change the entire policy moving forward. And this is typically a good thing for the crypto market if we do make that shift. Understand at the same time, we're dealing with a lot of long and short leverage on both sides of ADA here. So you guys can see that we have potentially massive short liquidations to the upside here. This actually runs up to about $1.03. And we do have some long interest that is filled in down below here as well. This starts at about 90 cents. So we're again kind of in this range. We're closer to short liquidations than we are long liquidations, but we know that price can move very abruptly. It's going to depend on market sentiment. 100%. ADA is going to be drug around along with everything else. So that's what we need to wait for. But really what's getting interesting here is obviously Jerome Powell speaking at 1:30 Central Standard Time. Well, at 21:45 UTC this afternoon, we are getting the enactment on chain of the Plom hard fork. This is the equivalent of 3:45 Central Standard Time. So just a few hours after the conclusion of the FOMC meeting. So we actually may see momentum carry us one way or the other. Now, what's interesting and what I mentioned before is that this hard fork is a little bit different. And why I'm saying that is hard forks in the past, we have had a lot of excitement, a lot of buying, people, speculators stepping in, building us up in price. And then every hard fork we've had, historically speaking, has been a sell the news event. Now, what's different this time is we don't have that level of speculators here. All right. We haven't gone on a big surge. Obviously, you could, identify back here, but that's mostly ADA holders. A lot of people that have that long-term conviction. We have had some profit taking. We've dealt with basically, almost 2 months of selling during this time. And so the question is how many people are going to be willing to dump on the Plom hard fork news? Probably not a lot. All right. I'm not saying that this is going to lead to a buy the news event. It's possible, again, especially if we start to get into some of these short liquidations. But that's where I just want people to understand that it's a little different this time. It's a little different than what we've dealt with in the past. Now, there have been some things coming out that people need to be aware of. So there's big news about Binance freezing withdrawals and deposits. That's a normal thing, right? In some of these hard forks in the past, Binance and other exchanges have done the exact same thing. It's for basically stability in the hard fork. They don't want basically they don't want anything to mess up while we go through this fork, right? And they said that deposits and withdrawals will be reopened once the network upgrade is deemed to be stable. It's usually within 24 to 48 hours, so just be aware of that. This isn't going to suspend trading or anything like that. You will still be able to trade ADA and buy ADA and sell ADA if you guys are wanting to, obviously. So it's really tough to determine how to play this today. As you guys know, I have some long positions open. That hasn't really changed. Actually, I mean, it hasn't changed at all. I still have all my ADA longs open. Obviously, my ADA long on BTCC, that one's up 49%. My one on this Margex account is up 163%. I believe my one on the other Margex account is like 63% up. So I did want to show you guys too. I know I've had a lot of people asking questions about how to use something like BTCC. Something I think that looks kind of undervalued right now, for example, is Jasmy. Obviously, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice, but let's say I wanted to trade Jasmy here. I just do USDT perpetuals. I would select Jasmy here, just to show you guys how this works. Let's say I want to do a 10x leverage position. You guys can see that right up in the top corner here. I just confirm the 10x leverage. Then I'll actually select USDT just so I know that what the size of the contract is. Let's say I want to do 1,000 in leverage for USDT. So this will show you how much you're going to use. It's basically using $97, and I just hit confirm order or order confirmation, and then here it pops up right down on the screen here. You can also set take profit positions. So when it would trigger profit taking, a certain percentage, a certain dollar value, whatever it may be, you can set stop losses on here too. And again, these platforms are incredibly easy to use. Just know what you're doing when you do get into using leverage, because you do have the potential of liquidating or getting your position liquidated, especially in times of high volatility. There is a demo trading section on here. If you guys do want to check that out, you guys can play with this ahead of time so you can have some experience coming into this. Again, I've done margin trading for a long time. I used to be a pattern day trader in the stock market, so I'm very familiar with this and understand how leverage and margin works. So again, there are some great benefits. You guys can check that out if you guys would like. Links in the description down below. So understand that, again, today may bring volatility. I don't need price updates over the course of the day, guys. If you guys see here all these dashed lines, I do have price alerts set. I will get alerted as price is moving. And me personally, I'm going to make decisions based on those alerts. If we do drop down below, this may be where I'm looking for opportunity to accumulate. We may, if we get a negative day, we may come down and tap this 100-day once again. If we send here, we may actually breach our 20-day moving average. This thing may get kind of wild before it's over. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think is coming today? Are you excited about this hard fork? This brings us into a new era of Cardano. Full decentralization, full on-chain governments, DREPs being able to be used. So appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.